Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Sri Shailaabhijanamburashishram Sri Krishna Tatatmajam Sri Shailanve Devanatha Sudhya Praptagamantadvayam Padabje Narsimhatate Guror Nyastatma Raksha Bharam Vidvadvrunda Chakora Chandiramaham Ramanujaryam Shraye Shri Ranga Sudha Madhusamaswadayantam Shri Ranga Mahishi Padapankajatmajam Sulabhashrayam Sadamoda Siddhamadbhutam भजेऽहं गुरुं तं रङ्गनाथप्रियं सुखासनस्थं हृदयाब्जपीठे चिन्मुद्रयालङ्कृतपाणिपद्मं शुभोपवीतं विमलोर्ध्वपुण्ड्रं नमामि रङ्गं गुरुं मन्तरङ्गे नमामि योगसम्राज्ञीं विजयां विजयप्रदां श्रीरङ्गार्धासनासीनां करुणाममातरम् गुरुरूपपरञ्ज्योतिः ज्योतिरूपगुरुः परः अज्ञानमन्दिरं ह्येतत् कुरु विज्ञानमन्दिरं मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षाद् रामायणात्मना नारायण the Guru and the Guru of all Gurus will commence our session today. This sargam is called Anguliyaka Pradhanam, the handing over of the ring, the sacred ring, which we are all eagerly looking forward to. It's one of the very touching and poignant moments in the entire Srimad Ramayana, we should say. And of course, by default, the core of Sundara Kandam. In the previous sargam, we have seen how beautifully Hanuman Padipadiya, he restores the confidence and hope and faith in none other than the goddess of the universe, which is Sita Mata, right? This tells us the importance of the need for a real well-wisher and a counselor in our lives. There is nothing to replace that. When we are human, we need that kind of a emotional support, which is actually in conjunction with the right intellect, with the right kind of thought process, and it has to ensure that Vishwasam is really generated, right? So when we look at how jewels are made by jewelers, Nigharshana Chedana Tapatadanaihi, they use all kinds of techniques to first melt the gold and finally make it in such a manner it becomes malleable. So then whatever ornament you want to make, it will become very easy to do. And that only a true jeweler will know. Here Sita Mata is gold herself. And she has to be made in such a manner malleable that she will open up, and Hanuman also can open up. Imagine that, Hanuman is far away in Lanka now. He has the support of his Guru Acharyan, which is Lord Rama. But he has to sit and discuss a strategy with Sita Mata, right? So there has to be a Paraspara Sambhashanam. And that can happen only when there is a true trust that is built. which is what happened in the previous Sargam. And after illustrating all the Srimad Ramayanam up to that point of time, that is when finally Hanuman reveals who he is in terms of his own antecedents, who is his father. Ate Sure Sammiti Shambhasadani Kapi Praverena Maharshichodhanate Tatosmi Vayu Prabhavo hi Maitili Prabhavatastat Pratimascha Vanaraha. I am born to Kesari Nandana, and with the blessings of Vayu Bhagavan, whose anugraham was very important. So that we discussed the nature of Lord Hanuman. In spite of having all the powers in the universe, he displayed his utmost humility, right? That he showed his own நான் இன்னாராக்கும்னு ஆரம்பிச்சு தென் ஐ ஆம் தூதா ஆஃப் ராமா அப்படின்னு சொல்லலை. First and foremost, he is a Ramaduta. And finally, he speaks about his, and அந்த சர்க்கத்திலே பார்த்தோன்னா only the last 3-4 lines are meant for his own சரித்திரம். நம்மலாம் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்வய சரித்திரம் ஃபஸ்ட் டம்மன்னு அடித்து நம்ம தான் உலகத்துக்கே முதல்ல வந்திருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி we all are used to that. ஃபைனலி நீ என்னப்பா வேலை செய்ய போகிறேன்னா 2 ஸ்லோகத்தில் முடிச்சிடுவோம். ஆனால் இங்கே கம்ப்ளீட் உல்டா. ஹோல் சர்க்கம் is about his association with Lord Rama, and that shows how, like Saint Tyagaraja, as we were talking yesterday, Lord Hanuman, he cannot think anything but Rama. That is also illustrated in the previous sargam. So much அது ஊறி போயிருக்காருல்ல ரசகுல்லா. He is completely immersed in Rama, that anything that flows out is all about Lord Rama, and that is what infuses that Vishwasam. Without further ado, let us go into the Anguliyaka Pradhanam. Bhuya eva Mahateja Hanuman Marutatmajaha Abravit Prasritam Vakyam Sita Pratyaya Karanate Vanaroham Mahabhage Duto Ramasya Dhimataha Ramanam Hankitam Chedam Pashyadevyangulyakam. Bhuya eva Mahateja Hanuman Marutatmajaha. Hanuman is, of course, a Mahateja, and is a son of Maruta. Abravit Prashritam Vakyam. He spoke these very inspiring words to Sita Mata. Abravit Prashritam Vakyam. Inga Prashritam naka humbly அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். And Sita Pratyaya Karanat. He wanted to, of course, inspire trust in her further. Therefore, he humbly spoke in this manner. What did he say? Vanaroham Mahabhage Duto Ramasya Dhimataha. This is his digital signature. He says, I am the messenger of Lord Rama, who is indeed somebody who is a Dhiman, quite a great intellect. And he is talking of Sita Mata as Mahabhage. Okay. Nariya bhagyam பண்ணிருக்க நீ, you are also a great person அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. That also introduces an amount of confidence in Sita Mata, isn't it? You may be in sorrow, but don't forget you are a Mahabhage. And then he hands over the Kanayali, or the ring. It says Ramanamaankitam Chedam. And the ringலையும் ராமா அப்படின்னு பறிச்சிருக்கு பேர். பஷ்யதேவி அங்குலியக்கம். This is an important moment. So we'll pray that we all get what is the true message from the Divine Lord to all of us. That I am yours and you are mine. அப்படிங்கிற தேயார்த்தம் தவானீதம் தேன தத்தம் மகாத்மனா சமாஸ்வசி பத்ரந்தே க்ஷீண துக்கப்பலாஹ்யசி கிரஹீத்வா பிரேக்ஷமாணாசா பர்த்துக்கர விபூஷணம் பர்த்தாரம் இவ சம்பிராப்தம் ஜானகி முதிதா பவத். I'm so sorry. Mahatmana Tena. Probably I'm not the right person to lecture. Feeling sorry about it. Mahatmana Tena Dattam. This ring is given by Lord Rama, and he has given this to me so that it induces trust in you. Pratyayartham. And I have brought this with me. Samashwasi, right? Be calm அப்படின்னு சொல்றார். ஏன்னாக்கா அதை கொடுத்த உடனே என்ன எமோஷன் வரும்னு அவர் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்றார். அட் தி சேம் டைம் he is telling her to be calm because everything will become all right from now on. Okay, that is the thing he is saying. Te bhadram, let everything be mangalakaram for you, let everything be auspicious for you. And kshina dukkha pala asihi, may all your sorrow end from now. Okay, kshina dukkha pala asihi, it is indeed a moment where all our sorrows should vanish and disappear. Grihitva prekshamana sa bhartuhu karavibhushanam. The moment Sita Mata looks at the ring, karavibhushanam, அது அவருடைய திருக்கரங்களை பூஷணம் பண்றது இல்லையா, ஆபூஷணம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். What we wear as a ring is something which protects us. At the same time, it is something. Thank you. அது பூஷணமும் கூட. It is something which doesn't only protect us. ஏன்னா ஏற்கனவே சொல்லியிருக்கோம், whatever golden ornaments we wear, they are all supposed to be helping us to lead our lives in a proper manner. In the sense, we don't wear the ornaments everywhere. There are certain spots where a certain amount of pressure is required on our body to keep it in a position and ensure that the flow of prana in our body is in such a manner that we can lead a life which can help in iham and param. That is the purpose of wearing the gold ornaments, not to keep them in a locker, as we have told already. That doesn't mean we have to go like somebody we have seen in advertisements, and fully the person is not to be seen, only her body is full of jewels. We shouldn't be like that also. So we, particularly for example, we have this ring and it has to be worn in the ring finger. Okay, and that ring finger changes between the man and the woman. In terms of men, it is the right hand ring finger, and for women it's the left hand ring finger. Thank you, Anusha. That was useful. The thing is, this rings are worn by kings on all the fingers. Okay, and when you wear it in each finger, இந்த 5 விரல்களும் 5 தத்துவத்தை குறிக்கிறது. பிருத்திவி, அப், தேஜோ, வாயு, ஆகாஷ அப்படிங்கிற 5 தத்துவங்களை குறிக்கிறது. All the 5 tattvas. And those tattvas are protected if you wear the rings in the corresponding fingers. Okay, and this particular ring which was given by Lord Rama is Rama Nama Ankitam. அங்க கூட அவர் he has ensured that his name is there so that Sita, of course, பார்த்தா தெரியாதா, but to ensure that she further doesn't lose trust, அது ராமான் பேர் போட்டிருக்கோம் அதுல. And it is his kara vibhushanam, and she looks at it. Grihitva bhartarameva sampraptam janaki mudita abhavat. The moment she gets it in her hands, she gets into such a state of happiness that as if I have found my own husband right now. Abdine, that is a feeling she gets there. And அதில் எப்படின்னாக்கா whatever things we wear, they make an imprint on us. As we said, the ring will protect us. But because we are a Vastu who is full of Chaitanyam, we will also impact some kind of dharmam in what object we are touching. Okay, that's the reason why we have to be very, very careful in terms of the things that we use in our day-to-day lives. We make an impact. Our thought gets into each and every object that we touch, and vice versa. The object will infuse its own properties in us. So when Sita Mata gets it in her hands, Bhartaram, she felt as if Bhartaram iva sampraptam, I have attained my own husband. Abdinaka, it is not only figurative. Ilya, Hanuman could have simply said, Lord Rama is there, I am come here, you will be all right. What is the need for the ring? Abdin question pannana. One, of course, is a matter of ensuring trust. The other is that ring has the dharmam of Lord Rama. Each and every item that Rama has used in his life is worth preserving for billions of years. And that dharmam, she could immediately sense and feel the moment it falls in her hands. அதுக்குதான் பெரியவாள்லாம் அவள் என்னெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ண பாதுகை அப்படின்னு நம்ம வாங்கிக்கிறோம்னா, that பாதுகை actually has an imprint of the chaitanyam of the person who has granted it to us. So we should all feel blessed when we have collected a relic, right? இதெல்லாம் இங்கிலீஷ் வேர்ட்ஸு, கரெக்டாக சொல்லணும்னா சம்ஸ்கிருத பதம் தான் சொல்லணும், but in order to translate we are using these. So these objects are no more physical items, but they have an embedded chaitanyam in them. That is what we should remember here. Bhartaramiva sampraptam Janaki mudita abhavat. She became extremely happy. May that happiness come to all of us. Charu tadvadanam tasyaha tamra shuklaayate kshanam babhuva harshodagram cha rahu muktayodurate tatassa hrimati bala bhatra sandesha harshita paritushta priyam kritva prashasam samahakapim. Charu tat vadanam. Her face kind of lit up the moment she got the most important item. Her eyes were shukla ayatekshanam, isn't it? Her eyes were white actually, but they were a little bit reddish. Tamra அப்படின்னாக்கா காப்பரின்னு அர்த்தம். So a reddish tinge appeared at the corner of her eyes அப்படிங்கிறார். வால்மீகி எவ்வளோ தூரம் பார்த்துருக்காருன்னு பாருங்க. How far is the tapashakti of Valmiki, that through Hanuman, his own eyes, Valmiki is also enjoying there. And that was really beautiful to look at. And Tadvadanam Vishalakshaha Rahu Mukta Ivodurat Ashobhata. Just like, the end of the eclipse of the moon, right? We all know during solar or lunar eclipse, the Shubha Muhurtam is different. The Shuddha Mandalam, as they say, right? The most important Muhurtam, the eclipse starts at some time and ends at some time, okay? And when is the entire eclipse column is supposed to be a Punya Kalam, okay? We should not miss that. Unfortunately, I don't think those who are in London can see the eclipse tomorrow. Those who are a little further away can see the solar eclipse. If possible, one can go to those places and enjoy the eclipse in the sense, not from an external perspective alone, but also because it's a Punya Kalam, and one is supposed to do the 5 types of yagam at that point of time. Deva yagam, Pitri yagam, Bhuta yagam, etc. And the Punya Kalam for Surya Grahanam and Chandra Grahanam are different. For Surya Grahanam, it is just before the or just at the beginning of the eclipse is the most important time. We should not miss that. Similarly, for Chandra Grahanam is the other end, where the Rahu leaves the Chandra. Okay, and these are all extremely scientific process, not just from an astronomy perspective, but the way they impact, bless you, the way they impact us on a beings. It makes not only physical impact on us, there is ultraviolet rays and all that we all know, but beyond that, they also make an impact on our psychic and spiritual being. So Rahu Mukta, Ivodu Raj, just like the moment that Rahu leaves the, I think somebody has to go on mute.
சாரி, கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்ணும். ஐ திங்க் யாரையும் மியூட் பண்ணணும்.
Yeah.
Hema.
Rahu Mukta, Ivodu Raj. So the Kavi also has to stress the science behind this, isn't it? He doesn't say just like Chandraganam Modalle Solitlam. Rahu Muktan Soldar, Adina, towards the end of the Chandragranam, because that is the most important part of the lunar eclipse. And that is when the moon will be happy. The moon is a reflection of our mind. So our mind gets engulfed with certain kind of rajas and tamas during the eclipse time. At the same time, the Lord also embeds a humongous amount of his own power at that point of time. Anyway, and what did she do? Tatassa Hrimati Bala. She became a little bit shy. Okay. And Bhartra Sandesha Harsita. Okay. She would have smiled and felt a little bit of shyness. Okay. That is something inexplicable. We should just close our eyes and imagine how she would have felt. Okay. That is, it's a very close personal moment where somebody who is a messenger is giving you an extremely private thing, isn't it, between Rama and Sita. So that shows the greatness of Hanuman. Okay. He is somebody who is really of that nature and stature that he could be the true bridge. So she probably felt a little bit of shyness because she is receiving this private message from somebody else. Okay, that's what we feel. Paritushta Priyam Kritva Prashasamsa Mahakapim. That is the time when the true blessing for Hanuman from Sita Mata is going to begin. She started to praise him. Vikrantastum samarthastum prajnastum vanarottama yenedam rakshasapadam tvayaikena pradharshitam shatayojana vistirnah sagaro makaralayaha vikramashlaghaniyena kramata goshpadikataha. The goshpadikata varashim Mashakikata Rakshasam slokam irukla. That slokam is from Pirati only. She has given this title to him. So she has waited so long to praise him. She is waiting for the Kanayai the ring to fall into her hands. Vikantastam, Samarthastam. You are indeed somebody who is courageous. You are a Vanarottama. You are a great person, skillful person, Samarthaha. Prajnaha, you know everything in its entirety. So you have the knowledge, you have the skill, you have the courage. Nobody can equal you. And look at this. You seem to have no fear of Ravana. Rakshasapadam tvaya aikena pradashtam. Ekaki. Anapaya. Suran. Apdi vandirukani. You have come on your own without any fear into this land of Lanka. And how far? Shatayojana vistirnaha sagaro makaralaya. This whole sagaram is full of crocodiles. And you have crossed the ocean. And Vikramashlaghaniyena kramata goshpi. It's very, very difficult to cross this ocean. And you have made this task completely like a goshpadi. Just like the hoof of a cow or a calf. The whole sagaram has become something very, very small for you. உனக்கு தாண்டதுங்கிறது பெரிய விஷயமே இல்லை அப்படின்னு. This is the anugraham given by Pirati to Hanuman. Nahitvam prakritam manye vanaram vanarashabha yasya te nasti santraso ravanannapi sambramaha arhase cha kapisreshta maya samabhibhashitum yadyasi preshitastena ramena viditatmana. I don't consider you as somebody who is, prakritam or an ordinary person. Okay, you are extraordinary, superordinary. You are a Vanar Rishabha, bull among all the monkeys. You look at this, you have no bhayam of Ravana. Nasti santrasaha Ravanat napi sambrama. You are not even confused. Your mind is so clear, right? And indeed, Arhase, you are worthy of talking or conversing with me. Some abhibhashitum. Okay. That is the certificate she is giving. இதுக்கு மேல என்ன certificate வேணும்? So she has observed him very patiently for so long, his entire demeanor. So if we were to compare and contrast the first moment of Rama meeting Hanuman and Sita meeting Hanuman, you can see that how beautifully Hanuman conducts himself. அங்க ராமர் முன்ன போறச்சே, you have to show off your all your jnanam, vairagyam, anushtanam. He took the form of a brahmana, and the impression he creates is, I may look like a vanara, but I am a vedajna. I am a sarvavit. And that is the feeling that he gives to Lord Rama. அது லக்ஷ்மணர் பார்த்து சொல்றார், இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆள் கிடைக்குமா? He is going to definitely help us find Sita. That is the impression he creates. Very first impression is the best impression. He gives it to Lord Rama. Look at the similar thing here. First time he is meeting Pirati, and he is giving extreme respect to all her feelings, right? Anga vandittu, they are all, Sugriva was worried. Who are these two warriors? Are they coming to attack me? Are they Vali's messengers? Anga oru bhayam irundhathu, right? But the moment Hanuman looks at Rama and Lakshmana, he literally melts. These are figures who I seem to know for many, many, many years. Okay, எங்க ஸ்ரீவைகுண்டத்துல ஒண்ணா இருந்தவா தானே. இங்க வந்துட்டு அது.
Why didn't he just give the ring first?
Why didn't he give the ring first?
Yeah,
Correct. I'm coming to that. It's a question asked by Hiran me as to why did he not give the ring first? முதல்ல ring கொடுத்திருந்தா அப்படி அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அப்புறமா கதைய ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கலாமேன்ட்டு. So the thing is, when he observes Sita Mata, her state, if we go back some 2-3 sargas, he has been observing carefully from the time he sees her actually, and Ravana comes, he makes advances, marry me, will you marry me அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு போறான் இல்லையா? So he sees her emotions, going from anger to sorrow. At the same time, we also see how he is behaving with all the Rakshasis. So Hanuman makes a measured gesture. He observes who is Sita Mata, right? So Rama has given an instruction, go find her. And Hanuman has to also make an opinion about Sita. Who is this lady, right? She is suffering here. But how truthful is she? And the question doubts இருக்கும் இல்லையா? Is she really worthy of Rama? Why is Rama so worried there? Hanuman gets answers to all these questions. And the moment when he tries to intervene is when she tries to hang herself with her hair. தலைமுடியை போட்டு. So at that point of time, when somebody is in extreme distress, we should not give them a jolt of surprise. That may actually shake them. So they will get into a state of disbelief and confusion. So then the மோதிரத்தை போட்டா இது எங்கே வந்து மோதிரம்? How is this possible? Perhaps we don't know. She would have actually, if you look at her as a human being, she would have lost her consciousness and something else may have happened. So to avoid getting into such scenarios, and then the moment the ring gets into her hand, she will look up and then she will see this monkey. She will get even more terrified, right? ஸோ அவர் வந்த காரியம் மொத்தம் ஸ்பாயில் ஆகிடும். ஸோ த பர்பஸ் ஃபார் விச் ஹனுமான் கேம் would not have materialized. So அவரோட பர்பஸும் சால்வ் ஆனோம். At the same time, emotionally you have to handle Sitama. That's why he builds trust by telling all the stories of Rama, builds that confidence, and then he gives. Is that okay? So that is the interaction between Hanuman and Sita. ఆరు శ్లోకం కూడా పోలే, ఈరోజు పండ్లాన్ని ఉంచండి. That the interaction is so intense when you compare and contrast, right? Here he is showing his complete emotional perspective. He is not saying I am a Vedavit, etc. He is not talking the way he spoke with Rama is not how he is dealing with Sita. So that's the beauty of Hanuman. Anjaneyamati Patana Kanchanadri Kamaniya Vigraham. And now he gets the Paranga. The certificate lang the Oxford, Cambridge lang certificate romba kashtam, right? You have to go through so many hoops. So finally he gets that real certificate from Sita Mata. Prajnastham, Vikrantastham abdinte. And the certificate gundana உழைப்பு இருக்கணும். That is what he has shown here. And Preshayashyati. So and she is also saying, right now you are eligible to talk to me. See, இவ்வளோ பண்ண வேண்டியிருக்கு to ensure that Sita Mata is really, really happy to talk to him. Yadyasi Preshitastena. In fact, indeed, if that is what it is, that Rama has sent you here. He is a Viditatma. He knows himself, the universe. Is he not the Paramatma, right? He is a Viditatma. Preshayishyati durdharsho Ramo nakhya parikshitam parakramam avijñāya matsakāsham visheshatah. And Lord Rama has sent you here. He is a durdharsha person. Nobody can conquer him at all. And when he is sending somebody, he usually does not send Yeno Tano Yaryo Anupamata. He had the option of sending so many Vanaras, but he has hand-picked, cherry-picked you to send, to meet me here. Right? I have confidence in my husband that he is able to do this. Right? So, Parakramam avijñāya matsakāsam visheshatah. He will not send anybody without checking their parakramam. Okay? Especially when it comes to me. Okay? So that shows the level of care that Rama has exercised, right? In sending somebody to Sita Mata. Vishesh enkita anupona யாரையோ அமிச்சா எப்படி ஆயிடும்னு யோசிக்கிறாங்க. திஷ்டியாச குஷலீ ராமோ தர்மாத்மா சத்யசங்கரஹ லக்ஷ்மணஸ்ச மகாதேஜாஹ சுமித்ரானந்தவர்தனஹ குஷலீ யதி காகுத்ஸ்தஹ கிம் ந சாகரமேகலாம் மஹீம் தஹதி கோபேன யுகாந்தாக்னிரிவோத்थितः. திஷ்டியாச குஷலீ ராமோ தர்மாத்மா சத்யசங்கர. பை திஷ்டியாங்க லக்கிங்கிற ஒரு வார்த்தை யூஸ் பண்றா. ஓகே, luckily Rama is a righteous person. I know him. He has sent the right person to talk to me. Abdingra Sita Mata. Okay, it's not like an ordinary husband like all of us. Okay, he is Satya Sangaraha, one who follows truth. Mahatejaha. And who is he? He is accompanied by none other than Lakshmana, who is a Sumitranandavardhanaha. So therefore, I hope both of them are keeping well. This is when the Abhivashnam gets to a level where Sita Mata confidently talks to Hanuman. Okay, Hanuman has expressed the view, Rama is sorrowful, he is thinking of you. Nariya sollirikar. Adhe madri now Sita Mata's turn to inquire, how is my husband, how is Sumitranandavardhana? And I hope Kakustaha Kushali Yadi, is he keeping well? उत्थितः युगान्ताग्निरिव सागरमेखलां महीं कोपेन किं न दहति. Right? If he is indeed well, I doubt why he is not drying up the ocean, coming here and taking care of me. Adin or question kekra. Right? So she gets into again or kind of anger mode madri undram. If he is indeed worried about me and he is well, I know he is a Parakrama, Satya Parakrama. Why is he still not? Tyagarajanam, he tries to use in some of his songs. Okay. அவருடைய கிருத்திகள்ல இதெல்லாம் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லாக வரும். அதில் நீ என்னோட எங்க பேச போற, நீ சீதா மாத்தைக்கே நீ போல, நீ உன்னுடைய பராக்கிரமத்தெல்லாம் வச்சு நீ இந்த பக்கம் உட்காந்து அழுதுட்டு இருந்த அப்படின்லாம் பேசுவார் தியாகராஜர். ஸோ தோஸ் ஆர் ஆல் எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம்லி பியூட்டிஃபுல் rendition. Sorry, I spoke in Tamil. Basically, Tyagaraja speaks about how um, why are you going to speak to me, Rama? You are quiet even to Sita Mata, your own wife. Okay? You are crying and sorrowful at the other end of the ocean, forgetting who you are. So why are you going to speak to me, who is an ordinary mortal? இப்படிலாம் பேசுவார் தெலுங்குல. Beautiful compositions are available. That's for a different time. Athava, so Lakshmanasya Mahateja, yeah. So that is what she is asking. Athava Shaktimantau tau Suranam api nigrahe Mamaivatu na dukkhanam Asti manye viparyayaha. So she is getting, now earlier Sita Mata is talking to herself or to the Rakshasis around her as to, oh, I have fallen into this bad luck. Now she is telling the same things to Hanuman now. யாரோ ஒருத்தர் கையில் கடிச்சிட்டா, அவரை பிடிச்சி நம்மளுடைய ஓஸ்லாம் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, if somebody is available for us to converse with, we will share all our emotions with them. In a similar manner, she is now, whatever she had in her mind earlier, she was doing mind talking, she is going to mention it to Hanuman, that probably Rama is not coming here. It is because of my own state of sorrow, my own bad luck, that he is not able to come here. I know that he is somebody who can subdue all the gods also. Suranamapi nigrahe, right? But having not seen him here, I can only curse my own bad luck. அப்படின்னு சொல்றா. கச்சின்ன व्यथितो ராமः கச்சின்ன பரிதப்யதே உத்தராணி ச கார்யாணி குருதே புருஷோத்தமः கச்சின்ன தீனः சம்பிராந்தः கார்யேஷு ச ந முஹ்யதி கச்சித் புருஷ கார்யாணி குருதே நிருபதேஹ சுதः. So again, she tries to question and answer. ஆஞ்சநேயர் குந்திடி கண்ணு இப்படி உருண்டிட்டு இருக்கும், என்ன இவங்களே கொஸ்டின் பேசுறாங்க, இவங்களே ஆன்சர் சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க, எனக்கு சான்ஸ் கொடுக்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்களே அப்படின்ட்டு. But these are all very nice poignant moments where Hanuman is really enjoying. Imagine the greatness of the situation. The Avatara Purusha is there and you are very close to them. You are able to speak with them. இந்த பாக்கியம் யாருக்கு கிடைக்கும்? அதெல்லாம் யோசிக்க தோன்றது. ராமஹா ந व्यथितः கச்சித் ந பரிதப்யதே கச்சித் புருஷோத்தமः உத்தராணி காரியாணி குருதே. Right? Is Rama also depressed like me? அப்படின்னு கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறாங்க. Right? All right, I am in a state of sorrow. Rama is a parakrama. He has not come here. Is it because of my bad luck or is அவர் கூட டிப்ரெஷன்ல போயிட்டாரா அப்படின்னு ஒரு கொஸ்டின். Or perhaps he is also taking the necessary steps. இது எப்படின்னா இப்படியும் போகும் அப்படியும் போகும் இல்லையா? So the pendulum keeps shifting. So that's the nature of the emotion at that point of time. And Nripatehe Sutaha, he is the son of Dasharatha. Is he depressed and perplexed? அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறா. தீனஹ சம்பிராந்தஹ ந கச்சித் காரியேஷு ந ச முஹ்யதி புருஷ காரியாணி கச்சித் குருதே. I suppose he is not too depressed and he is somebody who is very keen on karma. He is a great Kshatriya, Rajapurusha. They will do their dharma, come what may. Okay, and I hope he is going to do his duties as a man is supposed to do. Purusha karyani அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. द्विविधं त्रिविधोपायम् उपायमपि सेवते विजिगीषु सुहृत् कच्चित् मित्रेषु च परन्तपः कच्चिन्मित्राणि लभते मित्रैश्चाप्यभिगम्यते कच्चित् कल्याणमित्रश्च मित्रैश्चापि पुरस्कृतः. So she is now getting into that mode of action, suggesting what Rama should be doing. He is a dharmatma. I know he will do some purushakaram. So when he starts to come here and conquer Lanka, etc., he is going to adopt many strategies. What type of strategies? Dvividham, trividhopayam, upayam api sevate. Perhaps he is thinking of one too many strategies. Okay. ஸோ இதில் வந்துட்டு த்விவிதம் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறேன். த்விவிதம் is basically either you confront and kill the other person or you get into a state of reconciliation, out of court settlement அப்படின்னுவா இல்லையா? அப்படின்னா ஒன்றும் இல்லை, black money has gone from point A to point B. அந்த மாதிரி இங்கே reconciliation, ராவணா இது தர்மம் இல்லை, ரிட்டர்ன் அப்படின்னு எல்லாரும் சொல்லியிருக்கா. ராமரே போய் சொன்னால் ஒருவேளை ராவணன் கேட்கறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் இருக்குது. தட் இஸ் த்விவிதம், ரைட்? ஆர் யூ கில் him. ஆர் த்ரிவிதம் அப்படின்றான். த்ரிவிதம்னா தி தேர்ட் இஸ் டு அடாப்ட் ஆல் அதர் மெத்தட்ஸ் விச் குட் பி கம்மிங் ஃப்ரம் டிசெப்ஷன், ட்ரைங் டு கிரியேட் கன்ஃபியூஷன் இன் தி தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி. அந்த ராவனுடைய பார்ட்டியை மல்டிபிள் பார்ட்டிஸாக பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப ஈஸி. இந்தியா பிளாக் அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது போல், எங்கேயோ ஒரு இடத்துல இருக்குது இல்லையா? யூ கிரியேட் so many blocks, what will happen is automatically there will be division of opinion. I feel this is the point where Sita Mata is laying the seed for Vibhishana to come to this party, right? She is அவருடைய பிராட்டியோடைய சங்கல்பம் இல்லைன்னா எதுவும் நடக்காது. So she is right now thinking of that upayam here. Without Vibhishana's help, that was very, very critical. He is somebody who knows the in and out of the army of Ravana, right? The power of each and every warrior. Of course, Hanuman has seen at some level, but the real details are known to Vibhishana. Unless you get somebody from that party to my party, true victory cannot happen. Perhaps I feel this is the seed laying ceremony for Vibhishana to come out. This what strikes my mind. Vijigishuhu suhrita kachita mitreshu cha parantapaha. And of course, I hope he has a good team of friends who are going to support him. This shows the importance of having well-wishers and good friends around. Okay. So ஏகாக்கியா ராமரே பண்ண முடியும், but he needs help of friends. இங்கே தான் there are two layers where we can peel this. One is at a human layer where you can imagine you have a very big army in front of you. At some point of time you may run out of steam, come what may, is one way to look at it. But who is he? Is he not a avatar purusha? அப்படின்னு அந்த ஆங்கிள் யோசிச்சுக்கோங்களேன். You are going to some other pedestal. The response there is an avatar purusha comes to bless everybody. So whether they do anugraham or nigraham, both are going to be a blessing. So whoever they try to work with, they don't need the support of anybody. But the moment they engage everybody, எல்லாருக்கும் க்ஷேமம். ஸோ அந்த ஆங்கிளில் பார்த்தாலும் அது கரெக்டு, இந்த ஆங்கிளில் பார்த்தாலும் கரெக்டு. சரியா? ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஹவு இட் வில் பி ஹியர். பட் ஹியர் இட் இஸ் குட் டு லுக் அட் இட் ஃப்ரம் அ strategy standpoint. And what is he saying? Kachin mitrani labhate mitraischaapyabhigamyate kachit kalyana mitrascha mitraischapi puraskutaha. Great dharma of friendship is explained in this one slokam here. So people get friends, but getting good well-wishers and great friends is something which has to be in your luck. And I hope Rama is making such great friends. இது எப்போவுமே இந்த ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்புங்கிறது ஒன் வேயாக இருக்குது. இட் ஷுட் நாட் பி a one-way traffic இல்லையா? ஐ கீப் எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்டிங் when will you give அப்படின்னு ஒரு கொஸ்டின் வரும், ரைட்? அவதார புருஷாளுக்கு அதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஆஸ்பெக்ட் இருந்தாலும் மனுஷனாக நம்ம பார்க்கச்சே there is a need for reciprocation. Okay, இங்கே perhaps she is thinking of Sugriva's attributes. Okay, so she is also a Sarvagni. Pirati has all the Kalyana Gunams of Bhagavan. She is no less than Bhagavan himself. Appo she is thinking, perhaps thinking, is Sugriva a person who will reciprocate his friendship? அப்படின்லாம் hidden meanings இருக்கும் இங்கே. And Kachit Kalyana Mitrascha Mitraischavi Puraskita. So, it is also going to be a matter of honoring each other. So I hope Rama is honoring. That is also one way of looking at it. Okay, acquired friends, is he doing enough to maintain that friendship? One thing is to acquire, creation, preservation, destruction. எல்லா இடத்துலையும் அப்ளை ஆகும். ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப்பில் கூட you create friends, you have to maintain friends, and perhaps destruction happens in some cases. So I hope Rama is able to sustain his friendship by honoring them correctly, right? So that's what Hanuman is going to say later on, or he has already mentioned that Valiya vadam panni Sugrivanukku he has given the right kind of honor. So these are great things to note here, and how Sita Mata herself is well trained in Rajaniti is what we should see here. She is after all a queen in her own right, and she knows Kshatriya Dharmam. And in order to win a war, all of these are required. அப்படிங்கிறது ஹனுமான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருப்பாருன்னு நம்மளுக்கு தோன்றுது. That's what we feel. And நம்மளும் அதை these are all not mere statements. We should see at different levels how these things happen. Okay, I think I have blabbered enough. I'll stop here unless there is any remark or question from anybody.
ஒரே கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன்.
May you announce yourself? Who is that? Sorry.
Natarajan.
Oh, Natarajan. சொல்லுங்க Natarajan.
இதுல for as human beings we have got a span of time in the universe. But நீங்க இது வரைக்கும் நான் புரிஞ்சிருந்த வரைக்கும் probably I have not grasped enough. There is no span of time, especially after the Vanavasam 14 years. There is no, everything is itihasam. There is no duration that is mentioned.
எதை பத்தி சொல்றீங்க? I didn't get your question.
The time, for example, as human beings we have got 80 to 100 years.
Okay.
இல்லையா? பட் இது வரைக்கும் நான் புரிஞ்சிருந்த வரைக்கும் 14 years வனவாசம் ஜென்ரலா. பட் மற்றபடி there is no, நீங்க இது வரைக்கும் டியூரேஷன் பத்தி நான் ஒன்றும் புரிஞ்சுக்கல. இந்த ஈச் இன்ட்ராக்ஷன், வெதர் இட்ஸ் வாலிவதம் ஆர் ஹனுமான் மீட்டிங் வித் சீதை ஆர் ராவணன் ட்ரைங் டு, அந்த டியூரேஷனே ஒன்றும் மென்ஷன் பண்ணலையே. பட் because is it itihasam because of that or?
Okay. Of course, we are going through that in a summary here. All these events have happened during these big events have happened during the Vanavasam. Is your question that how long each of those things took?
Yeah. Is it mentioned? Is it mentioned? Because
yeah, it is mentioned. If you go to Kishkinda Kandam, you will see there how long they spent. Clear mention. Yeah. The Rishishringa Parvatathla எத்தனை நாள் இருந்தா, all of that is mentioned there. In fact,
அது ஒண்ணு.
Okay, go on.
Then it's fine. We'll listen there. Second வந்து இதுல வந்து பகவத்கீதை போன இதுல சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கும்போது நீங்க ஜாதி வர்ணம் அதெல்லாம் சொல்லியிருந்தேன். இதுல வந்து we know it's about Kshatriyan, Raman being a Kshatriyan, though. So அது இந்த இது வரைக்கும் அது மட்டும் மென்ஷன் இல்லையே இந்த இதுல, அதுக்காக I was just thinking.
Okay. வேற ஆசிரமங்களை பத்தி சொல்லன்ட்டா
இத பத்தி ஒண்ணுமே அட்லீஸ்ட் I have not grasped enough. இந்த பகவத்கீதையில ஒரு அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 5-6 times you used to mention about jati varnam, the 4 things. We only keep telling that Brahmins and all, but there are other 4 varnams is there. But இதுல இது வரைக்கும் ஒண்ணும் இல்ல because it's two distinct philosophies.
No, not really. Of course, it tells me that you have sincerely attended all the previous sessions in Bhagavad Gita. So I appreciate that. The thing is, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmahan Marichan Solrache is somebody who follows Varnashrama Dharmam. And there are other chapters in Srimad Ramayanam where all the Varnas do come and how Rama respects them. It starts with all the way with Vasishtha, right? He is a Brahmanishta, is a Brahma Rishi, right? A true Brahmana that way. Then to Vishwamitra and how he honors various rishis, Bharadwaja Ashramam, ella varadu. So they are all, that is about Brahmanas. And how he treats Kshatriyas also is mentioned in abundance. And I think probably when it comes to Vaishyas and Shudras, it does touch upon certain aspects. So if you look at Guhan, etc., so they are not belonging to the other 2 Varnas. So overall, you will get a perception. When we say he's a Vigrahavan Dharmaha, there should be instances where, as he is the establisher of the Chaturvarnam, has he demonstrated that he knows what that Varnashram is and how to rule and protect the Varnashram? There should be evidence in it. I'm pretty sure there is evidence sprinkled in other chapters, not in perhaps in Sundarakanda. That is what is my response. Okay.
And also, this happened during Satya Yuga.
Which one?
This whole Ramayana happened during that period, where
Okay.
the differentiation between these varnas is not so pronounced like what you are experiencing now, right? Everyone is a dharmatma, everyone follows dharma. So it may not
Correct.
probably.
இது வந்து திரேதா யுகத்துல நடந்ததுன்னு சொல்றோம் நம்ம. The thing is, as you are right, when the original creation itself started, everybody was a Satya Purusha. There is no need to police or govern or monitor others, right? But with passage of time, dust gathers, and obviously there is going to be gradations of people adopting, following dharma. So whether Srimad Ramayana took place in Satya Yuga அப்படின்னா, perhaps the Adhyatmic aspects of Srimad Ramayana would have certainly happened even in Satya Yuga. See, there is always a constant fight between good and bad. And there are Rakshasas who are Antar Rakshasas also. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryam. They are all our Ravanas within us. How do you fight them? And that would have definitely been there in Satyayugam also, but they would have really realized the true meaning of Rama and Rama Japam, Rama Dhyanam. And who is Rama is Jagadaranda Karaka, isn't it, as Tyagaraja says. And he is a Paramatma. So by meditating on him, their Prakriti Tattvam would have definitely ascended to the true Ayodhya. So whether Srimad Ramayana happened in Satya Yugam, the answer is yes, in a different level, not probably in a physical level as it happened in Treta Yugam. Okay, so that is the response for that. So this Devasara Samaram is something that is eternal. Avatara Purushas are eternal. Whether Rama existed in Satya Yugam, the answer is yes, he existed. He existed in Satya Yugam. He existed in Treta Yugam. He exists in Kali Yugam also. It is only for us to tap into him, as many saints have shown time and again. Okay? So therefore, it is important to look at this at different levels. And the most physical representation of this happened in Treta Yugam. That is how we should look at it. Okay.
Can I just two things for Mr. Nadarajan? There are a couple of YouTubes you can go into. One is by Nilesh Oak, who calculates the time duration of Ramayana, putting it as 12,000 BC. And he has spoken for number of hours with evidences. And another one is for everybody, like children, 21 notes, which gives the whole Valmiki Ramayana in a beautiful narration, 10-minute episodes, which can be very useful. Lots of questions are answered in that with evidence, with information from Valmiki Ramayana, nothing else.
கேட்கறேன், நிச்சயமா கேட்கறேன்.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that, Dr. Ravi. One is, of course, to look at the nitty-gritties. And when one thing we should guard ourselves against is this so-called principle of bean counting, as they say. And the more analytical, and the centipede or millipede, it has so many legs. It is a great wonder that it is able to walk. It doesn't think for a moment how my legs are intercrossing with each other. The moment it starts thinking, oh, I have 100 legs, the 98th leg is crossing over the 80th leg, it will not move further. So therefore, one thing is to do the hair splitting and really look at. So that, of course, is true to get into a scientific rigor, a so-called mathematical or scientific rigor. The other aspect is to see what is the real essence that we should go after. Because many times Sanatana Dharmam has fallen down because we have not been able to justify. If you look at a coconut, what is really useful? So we spend a lot of time peeling the layers. The tirul or the inside essence is what is important in சொல்லக்கூடிய பரமாத்மாஸ் ஆர் பெரியவாள்லாம் இருந்திருக்கா, அவளை நம்ம டேப் பண்ணிக்கல. அது பண்ணிட்டோம்னா we will all be well protected. So that is how we should take a look at it. Okay, I think we'll end our session here today.
आभुजान्तश्रीचक्रकुण्डलधरम् कुटिलकुन्तलं शिशुम् मन्दस्मितरुचिकराधरपुटम् पूर्णिमैक्ष्यान्वितं मुखम् शरस्योर्ध्वगतिं मुद्रया विदिशन् सव्येन प्रणवं धनुम् मध्ये सुस्थितमुग्धश्यामलमहम् श्रीरामं भजे मोहनम् गुरुचरणाम्बुज निर्भरभक्तः गुरुचरणाम्बुज निर्भरभक्तः संसारादचिराद्भव मुक्तः गुरुचरणाम्बुज कृष्णा कृष्णा सेन्द्रियमानस नियमादेवं द्रक्षसि निज हृदयस्थं देवं भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते
कायेन वाचा मनसा इन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीरामचन्द्रार्पणमस्तु. Have a great day and a weekend. Sorry, we have extended by 15 minutes. Apologies.
Thank you. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you.